Hey, it's me, Javine, and welcome to this week's Sub Saturdays, ladies and gentlemen. This week I'm talking about an unfortunate topic, and that is, of course, that the Fallout 2 Let's Play is now dead. Well, it will be dead on Tuesday at 10 a.m. Mountain Time when the final episode releases, but at the time of making this Sup Saturdays, I just recorded it. It'll go up Tuesday, but it was an abomination of an episode, just like the last episode on Thursday was an abomination of an episode, just like kind of this whole Let's Play of Fallout 2 is sort of an abomination. And I'm being harsher on myself, but I just don't like the fact that I had to cut this one short. I haven't done that since I think before the original Oblivion Let's Play, not the 100% one, the first one that I did. Since then, I have not quit any Let's Play until now, and I have to. Every fiber of my being is screaming out in my head to tell me, stop playing this game. Please, for the love of God, stop. If my hair looks weird, by the way, it's because I just got done recording and I had the headphones on. Long and short of it, if you haven't been following the Let's Play or if you haven't been following anything that I've been talking about it on like Twitter, it's basically Fallout 1, but like a million times bigger, with a million more NPCs, a million more quests, a million more locations. And while that sounds really good to fans of Fallout 1, from a Let's Play perspective, from a content creator perspective, it makes the game almost impossible to record an episode of and get some things done because there are so many things going on. Plus, it's an older game, so you have to learn all of the weird archaic controls, which was not really a problem, but the main issue is just that it's overwhelming. And if you don't follow any sort of guide, which I didn't follow any sort of guide while making this, but if you don't do that, or if you don't at least research the quests before recording for like 10, 15, 30 minutes sometimes before recording just one episode that you record for like an hour or more of, and then you have to cut it down to just 30 minutes, it's impossible. You can't do it. And I mean, you can do it. I'm not saying it's impossible. I can't do it. I don't have the time in the day to literally sit here and devote X amount of hours to recording one episode of Fallout 2. And the game is just the hardest series I've ever recorded, bar none. In terms of making one Let's Play episode out of like I said, over an hour of footage. So the final episode will go up Tuesday at 10 a.m. Mountain Time, and then that will be that for Fallout 2, and I am sad about it. I haven't stopped Let's Play, like I said, in X amount of time. To those of you that have watched and have been engaged and want to see a conclusion, I apologize. This had to be done. There's no other way. I would be forcing myself to play it at this point, and I would be hating every second of it, and there's nothing worth that. Even if somebody offered me like $10,000 to finish the playthrough, I still wouldn't do it because I detest recording this game. And the game is good. The game is really good. Fallout 1, my series on that, was really good. It turned out well, and we did almost everything in the game. I complained about the missing at the start, but outside of that, as far as I remember, it was a really good series because it was manageable. It was, it was much smaller in scale. Seriously, this game feels like it's 10 times as bigger. And the ultimate cherry on top to why I stopped this is because, if you don't know, in Fallout 2, you get a car called the Highwayman, and this is basically your fast travel. The map for Fallout 2 is gigantic, and to walk from, like, for instance, one corner to another, which you're gonna have to do because you want to get quests, and plus these quests tie into each other where you have to like go get this for this guy and blah blah blah. You need the Highwayman because it makes fast traveling like 100 times faster. If you're just walking, you're gonna get like 20 encounters and not be able to fight a lot of them because combat in this game is ridiculously hard, and B, it's just gonna take forever. You're gonna have to sit there forever. So my car actually glitched out and I can't get in. Before you say you probably just have to refuel it, no, I looked into it a lot. It glitched out. The car is gone from my playthrough, and that's really the cherry on top because that just means that I literally have to sit, if I want to go from one place to another, sit in a chair for like literally 10 minutes trying to evade encounters or fight them or whatever. It's just awful. So it's done. Now, moving forward, that means that now we have a new slot open for a playthrough. I did an experiment with Dark Souls 100% to see if people would be receptive, to watching something non-Bethesda related. And in my opinion, it has been a massive success. People are engaged, people are watching just as much, if not more, than the Oblivion series that we recently did. And that makes me a very happy boy, because that means now I have the freedom to make the content that I want to, whereas before I felt shackled to only making Bethesda content. So moving forward, for the Tuesday and Thursday series, and maybe if I like the game enough, even like a Sunday episode, so we'll have 3 episodes of each series a week. It's most likely going to be something non-Bethesda related, and it's most likely going to be something, well, I'll go ahead and say it's definitely not going to be something Bethesda related, because even if I did want to record a Bethesda title, it would have to be the main series in the week. Yeah, something non-Bethesda related, and something probably super duper small in scale in comparison to the Bethesda / RPG titles that I've been doing. This is to, of course, have the big boy on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Let's 100% Dark Souls, the main focus, and then Tuesday, Thursday, and potentially Sunday, have something much smaller that we can finish much faster, and thus get a rotation in of new and interesting things constantly during the course of the playthrough. We'll finish the playthrough, then be rotating stuff in. I love that idea. I hope that you love that idea. And if you have any ideas for things that you'd like to see, please let me know in the comment section below. The thing that I could really think that would be good for this would be something like an indie game, or at least something that's just relatively short and mainly story based, because those tend to be finished much quicker than obviously an RPG, which takes tons and tons and tons and tons of time. By the way, the cats are doing wonderful. Switched them over to feeding them a fancy feast like Gravy Lovers. They love it. I was feeding them this Lovesome brand, and it was crap. They were vomiting and not eating all of it. It was disgusting. Don't buy your cats Lovesome if you are. It's cheap, but it's not worth it. So I upgraded them to Fancy Feast like about a month ago, and they have been loving it and gaining some weight. She hates being held, as is usual, but she's very sweet otherwise. So yes, I guess that's about it in a nutshell. Fallout 2 really became something I was forcing myself to do and not having any fun. That being said, I think it's a great game. If you want to play it, I still recommend it. It's just that you'll have unlimited time to play casually. I have to record on a recording schedule, and it's the worst game ever to do that, man, I'm telling you. But it's a great game. It's just not for a Let's Play, especially a blind. If it wasn't blind, maybe, but since it's blind, no way. So we're going to have a new slot open for a new playthrough, and I'm going to be leaning towards something probably, I'm not saying indie for sure, but indie games are usually, I love like 2D platformer, 2D side-scrolling platformers with beautiful art styles. That's some of my favorite games out there, and they really fit well for playthroughs too, because they're so short, so we finish them and move on to something else. So it might be one of those, or it might be something that's just short. Something like Banjo-Tooie is much shorter. I don't know yet. I'm rolling through ideas, but like I said, if you've got any ideas, I know that preemptively a lot of you are going to say RPGs and stuff, because that's mainly what I'm known for. That's not going to be what's going to happen most likely, unless I really want to. It's going to be something that is, like I said, much shorter, not RPG length of like 60 hours, 30 to 40 hours, nothing like that. Something that's like 10 hours at the most, Most likely though, although I'm open to everything. So if you have any suggestions at all of things that you want to see that fits that sort of criteria, let me know, and we'll see what comes up next for the Tuesday, Thursday. I'm not sure when it's going to be. It's kind of just whatever I really want to record, and then I'll get to recording it, and it'll be Tuesday, Thursday, and potentially Sundays at 10 a.m. Mountain Time. Other than that, thank you so much for watching this Sub Saturdays, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank all of my patrons over on Patreon. Again, if you want to support me, liking the videos always is a massive help, as well as if you want to go the extra mile, becoming a patron, even for just $1, get you access into the Discord, which after the 24-hour stream, we've been getting a million gifted subs lately, and so the Discord has like way more people right now, and it is popping off. So if you want to get in that, either sub on Twitch or become a patron for just $1. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next week. In the next week's Sub Saturdays, and I'll show you Greyjoy before I end here. Come here, little buddy. Greyjoy's doing good too. Greyjoy actually is a bit of a snuggler, but none of them really like being held like this, but Greyjoy doesn't mind it so much. Yen just absolutely hates it. I want to show the cats off on pretty much every sub Saturdays if I can in some capacity. Look at his snow white fur, isn't it beautiful? Yeah, I know it is. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys next week on Saturday. Bye-bye.